Andrew Jackson was the seventh president of the United States, and he's also on the $20 bill, so you've probably seen him around. He was born in 1767 in the Carolinas in a backwoods rural settlement. He received very little education, very sporadic education growing up, but in his late teenager years, he had the opportunity to attend 2 years of law school, and after completing the 2 years of law school, he became a successful lawyer in Tennessee. He was also the first man elected from Tennessee to the House of Representatives, and he briefly served in the Senate. He was a major general in the War of 1812, and he received much recognition and became a national hero after defeating the British in the Battle of New Orleans. In that war, he received his nickname, Old Hickory. They called him Old Hickory because they said that he was unbending as a tree and that he was tough as wood. He also spoke to Congress recommending to eliminate the Electoral College, and he also wanted to democratize federal offices. So he wanted more rotation of federal offices amongst deserving applicants more frequently, more often. He defeated Adams in 1828, and he became the first frontier president and the first president to reside outside of Massachusetts or Virginia. But one of the biggest things that we hear about when we hear Andrew Jackson, or what we think about his legacy, is the Cherokee Indians. Georgia took millions of acres of land from the Cherokee Indians that was rightfully theirs by federal law, but he took no action against Georgia in that case, and he also declined to enforce a Supreme Court ruling that ruled that Georgia had no authority over Native American tribal lands. And because he took no action in these two instances, the Cherokee Indians were forced to sign a treaty to exchange their land for a territory outside of, I think, Arkansas. And the journey there is called the Trail of Tears, and that is where 15,000 Cherokee Indians were forced to move, and unfortunately, thousands of Cherokee Indians passed away. He was also a slave owner, and he declined and opposed many policies that would have outlawed slavery in the Western territories as the United States was expanding. There was also an interesting story that I heard about him. Somebody spoke ill of his wife, Rachel Jackson. He challenged that man to a duel and ended up killing him. So I thought that was very interesting. He also survived an assassination attempt in 1835 by beating his assailant with a cane. And then 10 years later, he passed away at the ripe old age of 78. And up next, Megan Robertson is going to talk to you a little bit about Martin Van Buren.